Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to the final of the PDC's Players' Championship, coming to you live and exclusive on PDC.TV. Well, 32 of the greatest players in the world came. Only 2 remain. They are our finalists. Our officials at the board are Scott Gibbling and Mr. Gary Wood, and our referee in charge of the action is Mr. Paul Hinks. It's time to meet the finalists. Firstly, would you please welcome the 15-time champion of the world, it's Phil the Power Taylor! Ladies and gentlemen, he was the world finalist. It's now time to meet the Flying Scotsman, Gary Anderson!
So the final of the 2011 PDC Players' Championship. Phil Taylor against Gary Anderson, and there's little doubt the 2 best players of the tournament have made it through to the final. Taylor coming from 5-0 and 6-1 behind to beat Mervyn King in a quite incredible semi-final, while Gary Anderson is appearing in his 3rd major PDC final in 9 months.
Yes, and in one of those he lost to Phil Taylor, didn't he, in the UK Open final, quite comprehensively in the end. After a long day at the Oki, at the Reebok, Anderson ran out of puff, and Taylor beat him. And of course we saw them crossing swords at the Grand Prix in Ireland as well. A quite incredible quarter-final. Again, Taylor just about outlasted Anderson in that one. Just about.
Well, the problem with the board. Phil Taylor not happy. Gary Anderson, it appears, not bothered. So Anderson quite happy to stand behind and wait for the board to be sorted. I think Anderson thought it was okay. Taylor didn't. So it looks like we're almost ready, and on we'll go. 60,000 for the winner, 24,000 is the consolation for the runner-up. The title is the all-important one. Taylor has endured a barren spell of nearly 7 months, which is unheard of in his career, certainly over the last decade or so. Can Anderson finally win a big one in the PDC? He's been threatening to do it. Will this be his moment? First to 13, best of 25.
Anderson having beaten Justin Pipe, Kevin Painter, Andy Smith, and Steve Farmer. Phil Taylor having knocked out Steve Brown, James Wade, Wes Newton and Mervyn King, with an amazing fight back from 5-0 and 6-1 behind. And at the second interval, changed his dart, Stuart, didn't he? Well, change the grip on the dart, change the barrel to. He wasn't happy with the grip, am I right in thinking? You checked it to him?
The darts were actually the same shape and everything, but I think he was using new darts in the match against King. Didn't have the grip. So, the same bulbous darts.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
But, with more of a grip on them.
Players' Championship
I think
final.
psychologically, though,
First
the
leg, it's Phil the throw first.
helped Taylor as well.
Game on.
Well, here we go. First to 13, a sellout crowd of 1,200 here at the Doncaster Dome. Let's see.
Well, already we noticed the difference, because with the darts that he was using in the first 12 legs against Mervyn King, he was over pitching. Then he got it spot on just at the bottom of the treble 20. And he hit 5 maximums, Taylor, in the 6 legs at the end of that match. And that was as many as he'd hit in total in the rest of the tournament put together in 43 legs. So the difference was clear.
140.
Well, 3 140s to get us underway in this final. Yeah, he ran out of steam at the Reebok. Gary Anderson, I think it was a 11-5. Taylor won the final on that occasion. Tiredness will come into it. Our Players' Champion final winner, 2009 at the Circus Tavern, was Taylor. Paul Nicholson won it 12 months ago.
100.
Is there going to be a new name on the trophy, or is Taylor going to win it again?
Well,
3 140s from Anderson. Taylor needs 121. Well, he took out 135, didn't he, on the ball to win the semi. Chance for Anderson, maybe, to win the opening leg. 12 for the bull. Bullseye for Anderson.
56.
Unlucky.
Phil, you require 79.
Well, 79 then for Taylor. Remember, he threw first in this leg, and he's going to get a couple of darts. Double 11.
Game shot in the first leg.
He pounces. He takes the
Second
first
leg.
leg. We were just talking there about tiredness creeping in. Stu just trotting up the total legs played. 49 by Phil Taylor over the last 3 days, 54 by Gary Anderson. So, you know, not a monumental difference. It shouldn't make too much difference, that, should it?
Well, Taylor will be favourite. That there's no doubt.
96.
Anderson, in his match against Andy Smith in the quarterfinals and in the semi-finals against Steve Farmer, just lost concentration, lost his game completely for 10 or 15 minutes. Still managed to hang on and win despite losing a succession of legs. Can't do that against Taylor.
125.
Taylor's performance in the second half of that game, or the third of that game,
140.
perfectly correct against Mervyn King. Averaged over 108 in that period of the match once he tinkered with the darts.
Gary, you require 121.
Yeah, stamina will come into it if it's a tight game, if that was no doubt.
59.
Well, not the best of visits from Anderson. A 140 here from Taylor would put some pressure on, wouldn't it? Yep, 1st of August, the last time Taylor won a tournament of any type.
100. Gary, you require 62.
7 months ago.
Tops then for Gary Anderson to level up the match.
22.
Now,
Phil, you require 80.
this is what Taylor does, and it hurts people. He takes these kind of finishes out regularly. After they've missed, he usually hits. Tops for Taylor.
Hasn't missed this much at all.
Game shot on the second leg.
That's what he does. That's how he earns his living. That's how he's become the 15 times world champion. Anderson, first to the double.
In the first 2 legs, he had a dart at bull to win the opening leg. He had a dart at tops there. But what cost Anderson more in that leg was the penultimate visit, when he'd left himself on 121 and didn't leave himself on at least a double, and that is what cost him there, not necessarily the one dart that he missed at tops.
Talking about stamina and talking about running out of steam, and this may be coincidence, but Anderson's average has got progressively worse in every game, from almost 103 in his first game down to 93 in his last one. Now that might be coincidence, I don't know, we might be reading too much into those figures, but
100.
His form has dropped down from the first game.
You can't blame tiredness, surely. Taylor's 10 years older than him.
Taylor 50, Anderson 40. But he did mention to you, didn't he, Gary Anderson, before the tournament, Stuart, that he hadn't picked the darts up, I think, and rightly saying, since the World Championship. So maybe, a little bit of ring rustiness and a little bit of, tiredness can creep in when you're not used to playing long matches or practicing for long periods.
Yeah, his priority after the World Championship was moving house, lock, stock and barrel, and I think, as we all know, that can be quite stressful. So literally from the World Championship final to the first round here on Thursday night, he hadn't thrown a dart in anger. So he will think he's done quite well to get this far, but he's left 121 again. Last leg, when he left this, he made a mess of it.
99. Gotta you require 121.
Well, treble 17 will give him a chance at the ball. So bullseye, first leg on the board for Gary
Shot on the third leg.
That'll make him feel better.
Fourth leg, he's carried it through first.
Makes you feel good.
Come on.
Fans up on their feet. The Scotsman on the board. It was a breaker throw too, so chance to level up on his own darts here.
Yeah, won't like that.
81.
No, important last dart. First to 13. There will be 2 breaks during the final after 8.